Coming up on News 10 at 6, fire officials are informing people to be careful with fire as part of Fire Safety Week. Expert advice on how to prevent danger when at the stove. Plus, more developments in the violence in Israel and the response from governments across the globe.
We've had sunshine, clouds, and a few pockets of rain on this cooler Sunday, but that stretch of below normal temperatures far from over. We've got the first alert forecast coming up.
Breaking news, first alert weather, and live local coverage. This is News 10 at 6.
And with that colder weather means more hot meals. Fire safety experts and local fire departments are sending a reminder to the community that cooking safety starts with you. Today marks the start of National Fire Prevention Week, and as people begin to prepare their holiday dinners this fall, being attentive in the kitchen will help prevent a cooking fire. News 10's Mars Anderson joins us with what experts had to share.
Deanna, Michigan Fire Inspector Society reported in September that 80 deaths resulted from house fires in the state, with cooking fires listed as the second leading cause. I spoke with an expert who shared advice on how to prevent those fires from happening.
Many times people will tell us they didn't think the fire was going to happen to them, or they underestimate how quickly fire can actually grow in size.
Michael McLeieer is a former firefighter now with Michigan's mutual aid box alarm system. McLeieer is working alongside the National Fire Protection Association to encourage cooking safety. The theme for this year's Fire Prevention Week in hopes of preventing cooking fires.
In today's homes, less than 2 minutes it takes for a home to go into complete flashover, which is where everything in that home catches fire.
McLeieer says in addition to materials like plastic, there are many factors that cause a fire to quickly spread throughout a home.
And our homes are built in more of an open floor plan. We don't have each and every room that has doors that we can close. A closed door slows that smoke and fire from spreading.
Cooking fires are the second leading cause of house fires in the state, with 51% of Michiganders who experience a house fire not having a working smoke alarm.
Smoke alarms give us a 50% better chance of escaping a home fire alive.
McLeieer says prevention can be simple but important, like staying by a stove when cooking, setting an alarm if you get distracted, keeping flammable items away from the stove, and cleaning up old grease.
Even if it's dried, it's still very flammable, and if grease is dried on the stove or in the oven, we want to make sure we clean that up right away.
Also using the back burners on a stove and reminding those with tiny hands and feet to keep a good distance from a hot stove top or oven.
It's important that we create a 3-foot kid-free zone anytime that we're cooking, baking, broiling, or frying, so that we can make sure that young ones stay safe.
McLeieer also shared to never remove a burning pot or pan from the stove or kitchen. If oil or food begins to smoke, smother it with a metal lid. Lastly, making sure to put pots and pan handles toward the back of the stove to prevent spills or burns. Deanna?
All right, thanks, Mars. It's the 101st year for Fire Prevention Week and is the longest running public health observance in the U.S., originally commemorating the Great Chicago Fire of 1871.